Hi, I'm here to talk about Superhero Rewind, the movie. Uh, Captain Logan, Geekvolution thing. I have been a fan of Geekvolution since 2017. Uh, since 2017, Geekvolution has been one of the channels that I've been watching the most. There are lots of streams on Geekvolution that I have watched multiple times because I think they're really entertaining and that they have a comforting feeling to me. I really love a lot of the discussions about Smallville. I think for the past 2 years, Captain Logan has been talking about a film that he's been working on, and uh, Superhero Rewind the movie has genuinely been one of the films uh, that I was feeling excited about. 2025, it didn't have a lot of films that I knew about that I was feeling that excited for, but because I had been a big fan of Captain Logan for a really long time, I really wanted to see Superhero Rewind the movie. I really wanted it to be good, and I made sure to watch it as soon as I could, and I, I I had good expectations for the film. I knew that with it being something that isn't the highest budget, I wanted to limit my expectations, not compare it to big blockbuster movies or anything like that. Uh, but in my personal opinion, the film exceeded my expectations. It's better looking than I thought it would be. The acting's better than I thought it would be. And it's a film that I really like a lot. I don't think that a lot of people that don't know Geek Evolution very well, I don't know if they would be able to fully understand it, but I feel like that's okay. I feel like Superhero Rewind the movie is a passion project of Captain Logan's, like something that he really put his heart into, his humor, his creativity, his thoughtfulness. It very much feels like something specifically made that would appeal to him, to appeal to his big fans that really know his stuff very well. And it feels like it's not meant to be a huge mainstream thing, and I don't think it has to be. And I think that for the fan base that it's targeted to, I think it's really good. And it really does feel like a film. Like it could have easily have been a shorter film. Like I was surprised by how long the film is. I think it's a little over 2.5 hours long, and I like the pacing of the film. Like I felt like it moved at a pace that wasn't too fast, but for the most part, it also wasn't too slow. Like I think certain scenes could have been trimmed out a little bit, but nothing too bad. I felt like the pacing was really nice, and it didn't feel as like overly loud and fast moving as some modern films that can be a little too much at times. Um, and it does feel like a lot of effort was put into the plot where Captain Logan, the main character, the big focus of the film, really has an arc, and where his character starts off from a cynical place and learns to appreciate more about what he has and not trying to force the world to be how he feels it should be. And I feel like there's some pretty interesting stuff in there, and I feel like it's done with enough sincerity while also having enough humor to really work for the type of thing that it is. Captain Logan, I think, has really grown as an actor. I feel like his acting abilities have gotten better, and I don't think I've ever seen them be better than they are in Super Rewind the movie. I feel like this is his best acting from what I've seen, where he gets to play different versions of himself, and it could have been easy to make it seem like just a guy talking in basically the same sounding voice, but I feel like that's not what he's doing. I feel like he really worked hard to make the characters sound different from each other. And I feel like the older Captain Logan in particular really gets to show his acting abilities, like gets to really explore his growth as an actor the most. Um, and his son Jason, I think, it has a lot of really good acting too. It does a really good job of being like his father. Um, uh, Cap's friend Brandon is really good. Has a lot of really good interactions with Cap. Really good chemistry. I think the big entertaining performance that really pops out is from Vince. Vince was a really big part of Geekvolution early on, and hasn't been in Geekvolution much in recent years. So it's really cool to not only see Vince, but see a lot of him. Like I wasn't too sure how big of a role Vince would have, but it really feels like he's one of the most prominently seen actors in the film, and he's so much fun to listen to and watch in every scene that he's in. I feel like he adds so much energy to the film, and he is consistently really strong. And there's some fun appearances, some supporting roles and stuff. Like it's cool to see Dan Torrey, who I really like in a lot of Geekvolution stuff, who also hasn't been in Geekvolution much in recent years. And he's not in the film that much, but he has a really important role, and I really like what he got to do. Some of the cameos are pretty amusing, and there's some fun surprises and some references that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't get, but as a big Geek Evolution fan, I understood a lot of the big references and I appreciate a lot of them. A lot of them are really fun, and it doesn't feel like just a fan service reference thing, though. It feels like there really is a plot. There's characters, there's personality, and it's a very charming experience, and I think it really does work. And I guess there are some nitpicks, like towards the end of the film, there's a phone ring that's really loud in comparison with the volume was before then. I had to turn it down. Again, that's a nitpick, but it did bother me, so I felt like it was worth bringing up. Um, and there are scenes that I think could have been shorter. Um, but I don't think it's a film that needed to be super trimmed down or anything. Um, and I do think that since it's this big passion project, not meant to be a huge release or anything, I think it's okay for it to be as long as it is and to really be the length that I'm guessing Captain Logan would want it to be. I feel like that's okay. I feel like it's just very much a work of love. Like it feels like a film that wasn't made for arbitrary reasons. It felt like it was made for very passionate reasons, and I feel like that passion, the effort, the creativity is very much on display throughout large portions of the film, and it's really good, really entertaining. I had a lot of fun watching it, and it was a film that I was actually thinking about, and the arc that Captain Logan went on, which I think is really cool because it could have just been a silly, fun comedy, and I think that would have been perfectly fine. There are a lot of funny stuff in the moments. I certainly laughed, but there's also some really nice emotional stuff without feeling pretentious or anything like that. Like, it feels pretty earned. So, I personally have an attachment to Superhero Rewind the movie. I don't know how much it would appeal to lots of people, but I wanted to give my feelings on it because I do feel very strongly about it, and I feel proud of Cap and Vince and the various people that worked on it. I feel like everybody did good work, and it's a very nice film that I really do enjoy.